in the hood, we ain't never had hope. Always selling dope, back against the rope. Growing in the hood, we ain't never had jobs. Niggas getting robbed, always getting mobbed. Growing in the hood, we ain't never had hope. Always selling dope, back against the rope. Growing in the hood, we ain't never had jobs. Niggas getting robbed, always getting mobbed.
It's the neighborhood, man. Coverstone. That's where I grew up, man. A lot of memories. So many fights happened right here, man. That's where I want to say like 4th grade, 3rd grade. I used to get jumped, bro. And when I got off the bus right here, and I had to run to my house that was down here, show them down here right quick, yo. I used to live in that apartment all the way down there, yo. Slow down, cuz. What you doing, bro? Growing up in Manassas, I lived here my whole life. You know, my mom, she moved over here in Coverstone when I was a baby. So I've been here my whole life. And it's been really tough because when I was 4, my dad had left. And that's when things started getting crazy. My mom, she had got into, you know, working at Kmart. So she wasn't, we had like a little bit of money for just me and my mom, but it wasn't enough for when I started having siblings, you know? So she didn't make a lot of money, and I saw my mom stress out a lot as a kid. I saw my mom, you know, always talking about how she's struggling, and she gambling, going to bingo, playing lotto tickets just so she can try to get ahead in life. So I grew up seeing that a lot, and you know, with my dad not being there, I feel like I never got guidance that I needed. You know, my mom wasn't educated that much, so she couldn't help me with my homework. You know, I come home from school, I'm asking my mom, hey, could you help me with this? And she look at me like, yo, I don't know this. So my whole life, literally from kindergarten all the way to college, I've done everything on my own, like literally. And I think that's why, you know, I'm super like to myself, and I'm trying to figure everything out on my own, because I'm so used to figuring everything out on my own. I'm so used to bottling my emotions. I don't have nobody to talk to, you know, and I believe moms can do a great job raising a boy. I believe so. I believe they can do phenomenal. But only a man, a father, can raise a man. You know, a man can raise a man. And I cold-heartedly believe that. So like, since I didn't get that as a kid, I look at it as an adult, like, dang, like, I still kind of want to talk to my dad. I still want to go out and do things with my dad. I want to throw the football with my dad, because I couldn't do that as a kid. So, and another thing, like now I love kids. Like I work with kids for a long time, and I have a big family, so I want to have kids one day. And I'm just super excited to have kids, just to do the things that I couldn't do as a kid. Just, hey, let's go to a park, let's go throw the football, man. Let's go play basketball. Oh, let me teach you how to change, you know, oil, how to change the tire. Let me teach you things that you can. And, you know, I talked to my dad about it one day, and he was just like, you know, I was just super prideful. Like I had too much pride. And I feel bad because I left you and your mom in that situation. I mean, because now it's not as bad. Like this neighborhood, not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad at all. A few years ago though, 5 years, when I was growing up, I mean, there was gangs, people shooting guns, people dying. Like someone got killed in my apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? Like right in front of my cousin Carlos's house. People getting jumped, shootouts. I mean, things happened when I was a kid growing up, and I mean, there's times I had to run for my life. And just imagine that as a 5-year-old, as a 6-year-old. You know, you're like, dang, he's like super traumatizing. You know, it's super traumatizing to see a lot of this stuff. And I think I have like something be wrong with me sometimes. I'll be like, bro, I feel like a lot of my childhood trauma comes back as an adult because I didn't really deal with it the right way. I didn't know how to deal with it. But it's getting better though.
It was bad when we first moved around here. Like I really couldn't let them go outside. There was a lot of drug activity, a lot of gangs, fighting, shooting, robberies. So I had to keep Tyrell close by. He did, you know, stay in his room and stuff like that, playing PlayStation and different stuff, and he ain't got to go outside and be with the neighbors. Yeah, we was checking the mail one day, and by the time I got to the mailbox to check the mail, I heard somebody shooting, so I had to grab Tyrell. I also had 2 other little kids with me, so I picked up 2 of them and told the other one to run behind me. So luckily we made it back in the building safely. And I know Tyrell probably was about, I want to say about 4 or 5 years old. But I feel like the neighborhood changed a lot, because now I can let these 2 go outside and play, and I don't have to worry about if somebody gonna get shot today or somebody gonna get robbed, because the neighborhood changed a lot. And when I would going there to clean up his room, I would find like little notes in his dresser that he'd been writing. How he wanted his family together. He always wanted his dad back here with his mom and stuff like that. But I explained to him, you know, we was younger when we was dating and we grew apart from each other. But it ain't gonna change the love that we have for Tyrell. I know since he been working, always, you know, had a job and stuff, he always stressed that we got enough money for the household, that we got clothes, the kids got clothes for school, and is your bills paid, Mom? Like, I can help you as much as I can. And he always tell me, don't worry, I'm gonna get you out of here one day. Just be patient with me. He stressed about me more than he worried about himself. When he first told me he got the YouTube, of course me, I'm old fashioned. I don't know how to follow none of that stuff, so I had Tyres and she was trying to help me get on there. And then I look at his videos, and then I was telling all my, because I work over at BJ's, and when I see people buying vegan food, you know, I start talking, are you vegan? Like, follow my son on YouTube. He got his own channel and stuff like that. So I got a lot of people following him that works on my job, well, customers and people work on my job. And Tyrell, he the one that actually helped me get the job. Because I worked at Kmart for 17 years, and then they went out of business. So I put in a lot of applications, got turned down because I didn't graduate from high school. So Tyrell knew a couple people that worked at BJ's, and he said, my mom's trying to get a job, can y'all give her a chance? And that's how I ended up getting over at BJ's, because Tyrell helped me. Because once I found out I was pregnant, I went and got a job at McDonald's. And then when I moved with my grandma in Warrenton, I actually was working 2 jobs. I would work at McDonald's in the morning, and then I went to, there was a little gas station. I worked there in the evening time. So all my money I got, I would go, always went buying Tyrell clothes, shoes, and stuff like that. Started getting more kids, I started struggling. Didn't realize how hard it was. But I always work. I never try to, you know, get a check from the government and live off of that. I always work to support my kids. Keep on pushing and don't give up, and all his goals that he's working so hard to, he'll accomplish it one day. He got more patience than I got, because I probably would have gave up right away. But he never gave up and keep trying.
I want, you know, people to understand me, just see where I'm coming from. And people should have a different level of respect for me after this. You know, I think with considering the things that I've been through, I mean, everybody goes through things, you know what I'm saying? But when you grow up in poverty, it's very hard to overcome obstacles. It's very, very hard, because everything's against you, you know what I'm saying? Police brutality, you know, you got cops. Like, I get paranoid just cops pulling behind me because of childhood trauma, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that go into poverty that people don't understand. Low income housing, you know, you got to be on food stamps. The government gives you money so you go shop and buy food for your family. Or if you don't have that, you got to go to the food pantry to get food. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of these kids, they don't have guidance. We don't have role models. We don't have nobody. Our role models is people that selling drugs and being in gangs and shooting and all this drugs, everything. So what you think those kids are gonna grow up and be? You know, so that's why it's a cycle. When you in poverty, it's a cycle, because those kids, they grow up and then they start doing the same thing that they seen people do. Then they have kids and then their kids do it. And I feel like I'm the one in my family that's supposed to break that chain, bro, because I moved out of my mom's when I was like 17, and I live with my dad, and it took me out of that environment. Like, God, like, thank God, you know, because if not, who knows where I'll be right now. I got friends that, my cousin was locked up for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I got friends that's been locked up, people that's dead now, you know, like, who knows what would have happened. And when you hear my project, everything kind of makes sense as to who I am as a person. That's why I'm like who I am, why I'm so chill, why I like to be goofy. I like to be goofy to help people with their mood, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody feeling down, I know what it's like to be down. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to be depressed, so that's why I'm always like trying to cheer people up. I know what it's like to you know, not have, so always give. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta go to bed hungry, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you have that feeling, and anytime I see a homeless person, I'm like, damn, I know what it's like. I don't know what it's like to be homeless, but I know what it's like, you know what I'm saying, not to have food. So I buy them food, little stuff like that. And I think everything will make sense once everybody hear everything, bro, like, for sure. The message, I would say, man, just never give up. You know, never give up. And I'm not even where I should be or where I want to be yet. I still want to own businesses. I want to get into investing, you know, owning real estate. I got a YouTube channel. I'm trying to get clothing brands. I'm trying to do music. Like, I'm doing so much, and I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not going to give up. Like, what do you got to lose? A lot of people are scared to be successful, bro. Like they're scared. And the reason why is because they don't want to put the work in. A lot of people fear not being successful than fear itself. Like you scared that something may not work in your favor. The reason why I don't want to become an artist because people may not like my painting. So what? Some people may like your painting, but just the thought of that holds a lot of people back. And that's what I want my message to be. Like, bro, just because if you come from poverty, if you come from a single mom, you know what I'm saying? You come from just a broken family. If you black, if you be depressed, if you stressed out all the time, you got anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Like, if any of those things fits you, bro, you're gonna be able to feel what I'm saying. If you have problems with your dad, you know what I'm saying? If you like to turn up, there's some songs for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything, it's a song on there for everybody. And that's what I love about it. I mean, it feels super complete for me. And I'm still learning, you know what I'm saying? But music is super therapeutic for me, and it's a way for me to just vent, but also give people something they can relate to at the same time. And it's beautiful, man. I had so many people from my older songs text me saying, yo, man, your song made me cry. You know how that made me feel, bro? So I'm like, I'm pretty sure it did make you cry because I cried writing it. You know what I'm saying? Like emotions, what you put in is what you get back. And a couple of these songs, I literally cried writing them joints, bro. And it was so emotional for me, but it feels good. Cause I'm like, man, this is beautiful because how everything that happened to me may help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about, man. You gotta help other people, always do your best. And don't try to impress everybody, man, because everybody's not gonna like you. Don't ever let nobody hold you back from what you want to do in life. Not your friends, not your family, especially not your family. Especially not your family and your friends, man. You get a lot of friends that they see you doing good. And I talk about my friends a lot too. You get a lot of friends that they see you doing good, but it's almost like they don't want you to be above them. I named it Thoughts in My Head because these are thoughts in my head, you know what I'm saying? When you look at the album cover, you see depression, you see anxiety, you see stress, you see, partying, love, heartbreak. You see all these different things, and a lot of these things are not just things that I go through, but a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Some people feel lost. They feel like they don't know which way to go in life, you know what I'm saying? And I think titling it Thoughts in My Head and then putting that there, it really makes everything come together like perfect because it's just thoughts in my head. You know, I talk about, losing friends. I talk about some stuff that happened with my family. You know what I'm saying? That's on the opening song. So when people hear that, they're gonna be like, yo, okay, this what you bring into the table? You know what I'm saying? That's called Thoughts in My Head. Then I have this song called Lost, which is actually my single that dropped. Lost with my boy Nixon. I mean, that song is just raw emotions, bro. Like, I'm talking about me being just trapped in my mind, just going through this depressive state, and in the song, I kind of envision me taking my family on vacation because they've never been before, and I'm sitting there thinking like, dang, okay, I can only imagine if we're on the beach and we're looking at the palm trees blowing in the wind, we sipping on coconuts, and I'm planning the whole thing again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that song is like it speaks a lot of volume to me. And then I also say like, I'm trying to buy my mom a house because I don't want her sleeping on the couch. You know what I'm saying? My mom, like a lot of people don't know, my mom has to sleep on the couch, bro, like in her own house. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do not know that. And I found out actually, shout out to my boy Shiffy P. Shiffy P's he's on one of the songs too with me and Jerry. I was actually like over across the street shooting a music video with him. And after I finished, I was like, yo, I'm about to go see my mom because it's right here next to her house. I walk in the house and it's quiet as hell. I'm like, what's going on, bro? And I go inside, the living room, my mom's sleeping on the couch. I'm like, hold up, what's going on? Why is she sleeping on the couch? You know what I'm saying? And it like hurt me, bro. I left the house, like, bro, my eyes started watering up. I was like, bro, like I gotta work harder. And then that's when I put out like 7 videos in 1 week, on my YouTube channel because I was like, I gotta make it. This can't happen. Mom shouldn't be sleeping on the couch, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why she do it, because, she got kids that need rooms. She took my little cousin, DeAndre, she took him. She been taking care of him. So there's more kids that's in the house, and she sacrificed her room for the kids. And that's why I got so much respect for my mom. But that song, that's the song Lost. Another favorite personal song for me is the song called Dear Dad. And I think a lot of people gonna be able to relate to Dear Dad because, a lot of people, especially black males, their dad is not around. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in a single house with my mom. a single household. And this letter to my dad is like, or dear dad, is just me just venting, letting everything out. And also giving my dad forgiveness, like just saying, yo, even though all this stuff happened, or I forgive you. And a lot of people don't realize forgiveness is like the first step to healing. You know, even though I don't like the stuff, you know, my dad, he wasn't here when people were shooting, like, he wasn't here to protect me running for my life, you know what I'm saying? Even though my dad wasn't here for that, I still gotta forgive him. Because at the end of the day, life's too short. You know, time is always ticking, bro. And that's the song, Dear Dad. A lot of people gonna relate to that. On a more positive, uplifting note, I got some, you know, some turn up songs. I got a song with Mickey D again, my boy Keynote. It's like a little club song. I got a song with my cousin Rex. It's a turn up song. I mean, we got some good music on there, man. It's just a lot of variation of different things. Like, you gotta have the real stuff that you talk about, then you gotta have the goofy stuff, and then you gotta have the turn up stuff, and then, you know, some more real stuff, you know. So that's what the whole project kind of compiles of. I got a lot of features, man. This album is definitely heavily featured. Shout out to my boy Mickey D, shout out to my boy Nixon. I got Jerry B, he was on my song Trusted You, I got him back on there. Shiffy P. It's a dope project. I got my cousin Rex on there, so a lot of features are, they complement me very well. So like, my style is like storytelling, like really raw emotions, raw feel. And you know, my features on each song, bro, like they compliment me like so good. It's like, it's like God sent almost, because my boy Mickey D, he'll come in, say some stuff, I'll say some stuff, and then like together it's just like the icing on the cake, bro. And the same thing with everybody else on there. I love the features that I chose on this project, bro. People gonna love this joint, man, for real. The writing process, I got a different level of respect for artists nowadays, man. Because before I used to make music, but it was more so to vent. It was more so to just let my emotions out. And once I started looking at song structure, once I started looking at, you know, actually creating music, hearing all the different instruments in the background, like, you know, landing on the snare, just hearing all these different things, you know, learning all these different things made me just appreciate it more. But the writing process, I mean, you gotta find the beat. And I usually let the beat pick me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go look for a beat, I let the beat pick me. So what I do is I put a beat on, I start freestyling, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get into it, scatting or whatever. And usually like my first few words, whatever comes out is like, that's what I'm gonna rock with, you know, that's what the song gonna be about. And I did that on damn near all my songs, you know what I'm saying? I just freestyled, and once I came up with something, okay, yeah, bet. All right, yeah. And it's like different tones too. Like, you got different types of, you got the music that'll make you, you know, dance or whatever. You got the music that make you think. Then you got the music that you just sitting there chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got all that on this project through like this writing process that I developed. All in all, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what people want to say about it, bro.
Growing in the hood, we ain't never had hope. Always selling dope, back against the rope. Growing in the hood, we ain't never had jobs. Niggas getting robbed, always getting mobbed. Growing in the hood, we ain't never had hope. Always selling dope, back against the rope. Growing in the hood, we ain't never had jobs.